unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the head apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well with sound doctrine. Shalom to the elders and the elder bishops of Great Millstone as well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to all the sincere Akam and Akwat who do subscribe to this truth. A hearty shalom to the men out there on the highways and byways, highways and hedges, preaching and teaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and risking their freedom, now more so than ever, especially in these times, making their bodies a living sacrifice out there on the highways and byways, highways and hedges with the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, which allows men to go into the scriptures and bring our understanding on a high level. And last but not least, a hearty shalom to the Men of Valor Camp, New Jersey, NYC, South Carolina, DTA Camp, Philly, Baltimore, Jersey, NYC. First camp I ever heard the truth from, Isaiah 62 verses 6 through 7. Those that make mention of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, keep not silence. Give him no rest day or night. To Jerusalem is a praise in the earth. So I just want to touch base on what these global wicked elites are doing. I'm going to start off with the scriptures. I'm going to skip the video. I don't want to wrap this out. What I'll do is wait till the World Economic Forum's Cyber Polygon video footage is actually up and do a contrast and compare to what they said at the event 201, if the spirit allows. So let's jump right into the scriptures. I'm going to cover a few articles and a few videos that goes into the times that we're living in and biblical prophecy. And of course, Lord's will, tie it all in with the scriptures. Lord's will, you'll find this lesson edifying. So I'm going to start off with Psalms 11 and 2. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. And the wicked is Esau Edom, and he's bending his bow, and he causeth, basically getting everything ready with his draconian measures, with his military, with his draconian laws, with his magites and sorcerers through the media, to get this new world order beast system ready, step by step, and he causeth. If you go into the Strongs for the word causeth, it means to make ready, to make ready, to get ready. Let's start this from the beginning. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. And the upright in heart is the servants and the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, the hopeful elect, as well. The believers, the people who believe our message, that we're saying, which is the doctrine and the words of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, and they're making ready, and he causeth, step by step, move by move, chess piece by chess piece, and all those things will be confounded, when it comes down to the come down. But we still got to prophesy. We still got to warn. So the Cyber Polygon event took place a little earlier today. I missed the live stream, but when footage comes out, if the spirit allows, I'll get into a video and use the footage I was going to use for this lesson to do a contrast and comparison to what they said at event 201 and what they're saying at Cyber Polygon, if the spirit allows. But let's go into the scriptures. Proverbs 4, let's start with 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. And wisdom is Sophia, and getting understanding is knowing that we're in the times of Jacob's trouble. We're in the times that this man is set to come down with great wrath, and wisdom shall preserve thee. This understanding, this doctrine, and having the correct understanding of it will preserve you, So let's go into Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. And these people, man, they're getting ready with this thing step by step. We're going to go into a few articles and a few videos that covers exactly that, For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And the earth is given into the hand of the wicked to do exactly that, to run the world in wickedness, so that the hopeful elect can see how the world is not supposed to be ran, So we can experience rulership under an unrighteous ruler, under an unrighteous king. So let's go into this article right here. We covered this better yet, at camp. We're going to go into a little more detail as far as the second part, because it covers what is going to come out in this lesson as well. So this article reads as such: the World Economic Forum, the WEF, announces creation of Orwellian Global Coalition for Digital Safety. So the World Economic Forum and their partners, along with big tech, that's Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, so on and so forth, and governments to police internet, encourage coordinated action against unauthorized voices deemed harmful to the collective psyche. So let's go to scripture, because a scripture comes to mind. Ecclesiastes 8:4. Because what we're speaking are the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know? That's the authority that we have, you know, as servants of prophets. Ecclesiastes 8:4. Where the word of a king is, there is power, and who may say unto him, what doest thou? So we're speaking the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai ordained this ministry. He ordained the servants and the prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He ordained the elders and apostles and all the men that learned from him, you know, and them. Slakia. So that's who ordained it. That's who gave us the authority to preach this message, man. You know? So to hell with what you're talking about, man. You know? So let's read this again. Ecclesiastes 8:4. Where the word of a king is, there is power. That's who gave us authority. The King of Kings, you know, Yahweh Shai. Let's read it again. This is beautiful. Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? So who the hell are you to question our authority? You know, our authority comes from the Heavenly Father, man, you know, through his son that gave us the understanding of these words, man, you know, and the understanding of what you're going to do, the spirit of prophecy, the spirit of discernment, the spirit of understanding, the eye salve, you know, the ears to hear and the eyes to see. So let's read this again, because these Edomites, man, they're getting more bold with this New World Order. You know, they're just putting it right out in your face what they plan on doing. If you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear and to understand what we're saying, you know, and the elders and apostles have been saying this for years, you know. So World Economic Forum partners with big tech and governments to police internet, encourage coordinated action against unauthorized voices deemed harmful to collective psyche. Yep, that's a beautiful precept. 1 John 2:20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. Con. Let's get another precept that goes into that, you know? Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai sets this thing up, man. You know? Set this thing up. This was ordained from the heavens, man. And to hell with Esau, man. You know, he's going to be out of here, man. You know? He that is a king tomorrow shall die. And this man is set up to rule the world of wickedness, man. To be the example of how not to have and run a kingdom, man. You know? Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you of them. And that's the spirit of prophecy, man. You know? And that's what's pissing this man off, man. You know, that men are actually out there able to call his plays out on his playbook, his New World Order agenda, step by step, before he even gets it out into the open public via his magics and sorcerers, via his medium that hypnotizes the people to believe whatever he says. The service and the prophecy, how about Shimei Hashar, already got the breakdown, man. You know? Salakia. Tried to make it go KJV standard. Okay. So this is Ecclesiasticus 10:3. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And this unwise king is Esau, man, who's destroying the earth, man. You know, you got whales beaching themselves You got these people who are advertising the nasty people to children. There was a video on social media that said exactly that, we will defile your children. We're going to promote this to your children, and there's nothing you can do about it, Ecclesiasticus 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Lord Yahweh Shai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, and that's the elect, the 144,000 rulers, the kings and priests, Yahweh Shai, the house of David, But the earth is given into this man's hand for a season to run it in wickedness so that we can learn our lesson for our disobedience, man, and to see a ruler who has no understanding, ruling, destroying the earth, Let's get this as well. That backs that point up. Ecclesiasticus 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of a city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And the judge right now that's in the rulership seat is Esau Edom, and what is he doing? Defiling the earth, man, trying to fly out of space to avoid his punishment, lying, stealing, robbing, murdering, being a devil, man, running from his fate as well, running from the message, calling the messengers who are calling out his wickedness evil, man. Yep, Isaiah 5:20. Beautiful, beautiful point right there. The water brother for the precept. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Yeah, he keeps on blocking that precept, man. Yeah. He was blocking that, Esau was blocking that precept when I was trying to throw it up on brothers' comment boards a few months back. I called that out as well. I was like, hey, man, Esau keeps on blocking this precept, man. I think that was it, though. Yeah, Khan. He looks like he blocked it. He tried to block it, but it made it to the comment board on my end. But let's keep it going. I already got that. Okay, that was covered. So let's go into this article a little more, and let's do a little reading. It's lucky if it's a little boring reading, but we got to be in tune with what these people are doing, to stay on top of, the plan as far as what they're doing, so we can call out the wickedness and prophesy exactly their next move, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We got to keep up with these things that stand occupied in prophecy, Schwab's latest venture is the so-called Global Coalition for Digital Safety. And this is going to come in key in the next part of this lesson. You'll see that consists of execs from big tech and government officials with the goal of creating a global framework for regulating speech on the internet and wiping it of so-called harmful content. So they're becoming the thought police, and we're going to cover that in a second. I cannot, let's get this part right here. Let's get this part right here. The harmful content targeted by this global coalition for digital safety, so you can bet, will be tailored, made to entrap those who stand for limited government, traditional values, and individual freedom. Those of us who still believe in such things will not be included in the World Economic Forum's definition of inclusive, equality, or diversity. So the Global Coalition for Digital Safety is a public-private platform for global multi-stakeholder cooperation to develop innovations to advance collaboration that tackle harmful content, conduct online. So what they're looking to do is basically police the internet for anything that they deem as misinformation, hate speech, anything that goes against the New World Order, But let's read a little more. Microsoft, one of their partners, immediately announced it was on board with the World Economic Forum's plan to squelch free speech on the internet. What does squelch mean? Let's get a better definition of what it means. It's lucky I had it pulled up earlier for some reason. Yep. So squelch is defined as to press with force or to quiet or stop by force An example of squelch is to squish a mud under your shoes. An example of squelch is to stop a protest with weapons by force. So eventually they plan on coming down with great force and great wrath via their military, so on and so forth. But this is the beginning stages of it, calling things misinformation, disinformation, hate speech, regulating the internet, becoming the thought police, basically turning the world into China, which is under a social credit system like society. So let's get into this article a little more. Technology offers tools to play. Let me see. Yep. Facebook also seems excited to get started with finding new ways to groom users to start thinking about turning in their friends for wrongthink. The social media giant has begun sending cryptic messages to some users that reads as follows. Are you concerned that someone you know is becoming an extremist? And I did a lesson on this as well. Instagram is doing the same thing, and that's how the screenshot looks. The Instagram one looks a little different. This program fits perfectly with the rhetoric coming out of Washington since Biden claimed the presidency. We're going to get into that as well. What's happening on a global scale as far as the thought police, and in America as far as the thought police. They actually have a program for this exact thing right here. We're going to cover it in a second. Biden and his Attorney General, Merrick Garland, take every opportunity to talk about extremists on the right being the biggest threats to our democracy, basically domestic terrorism, what they consider domestic terrorism, anybody who doesn't agree with their plans. This is a classic propaganda technique used to turn public sentiment against a targeted demographic. So the next phase in the evil plan is to encourage Americans to turn each other in to the online thought police. And that's what these people are becoming, the online thought police, So they're doing this through Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and YouTube owns Google. Google owns YouTube, better yet, So that's what they're doing. What they also stated is that with the growing challenge to counter health misinformation, violent extremists and terrorist content, and the exploitation, the Global Coalition in Digital Safety aims to accelerate public-private corporations to tackle harmful online content that will serve to exchange best practices for new online safety regulation, so on and so forth. So basically what they're looking to do is become the global thought police through the World Economic Forum and their watchdogs, and the Department of Homeland Security as far as Babylon the Great and their watchdogs. Let's get a precept. Psalm 64, I'm going to read 1 through 8. Hear my voice, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, in my prayer, preserve me from fear of the enemy, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. And this is King David right here, a Psalm of David. I'm going to read it again from the top. Hear my voice, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And the secret counsel of the wicked is right here in front of your face. The cyber Polygon, the World Economic Forum, them becoming the global thought police, and the thought police as far as in Babylon the Great as well. We're going to cover that in a second. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, which is what they're doing, They're ready to draw out the sword by coming door to door, And they use their tongue like a sword because their tongue is deceiving the general masses, the people who are believing their rhetoric, the people who are going down there and getting that juice, the people who are becoming these transhumans after they're connecting to Wi-Fi, they're connecting to their televisions, they're connecting to their cars, basically walking robots, man. And the cool part about it is a lot of people who aren't doing that, they're dropping dead, becoming paralyzed, getting cerebral palsy, spots on their arms and neck, so on and so forth. And they haven't even turned the 5 and 6G towers on yet, man. Something to think about for all the people that took the juice. Psalm 64:5, they are encouraging themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And they're laying snares privily. They're laying these snares for everybody who's believing their message, man. And they're also laying snares for people who are looking to expose their plans, They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Yep. Straight wicked, man. But Yahweh Shema Shai shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly they shall be wounded. And when Yahweh Shai cracks the skies, man, it's going to be over, man. All the wickedness, all the lies, all the accusing the brethren, that's all going to stop, man. Your kingdom is officially over when that happens, man. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And their own tongue is falling upon themselves, Wow, Zebulon Warrior. Zebulon Warrior said, there's an article of Esau Professional saying women get big titties if they take the you-know-what. Wow. And they're also saying, I think it was an article that was released, there was a certain government that said people who took the you-know-what, they can't go out there and get in the box, man. He ever made, man. Straight wickedness, man. Promoting this man's poison, man. So this global coalition for digital safety, what they are is they're becoming the thought police, Is the live still going? Let me know if the live's still going. Okay, come on. So the Global Coalition for Digital Safety, they're becoming the world thought police, So they're looking to basically take down any opinions that are contrary to the New World Order agenda, this man's agenda. And don't be surprised, when you start seeing these people increase the power of the Global Coalition for Digital Safety, as far as on the international level. What they have doing that is a program through Homeland Security, and this is a real program, and this is information brought out by the Elder Karatazah in Vegas, Shalom Zakwan, if you ever catch this lesson, or if you tune in, or if you're tuning in, this program is a program for pre-crime, and this is in America. This is already set up, and that's why Joe Biden said what he said, because this program right here is to combat what they view as domestic violent extremism, CP3, that's what it's called, And this is a program, this is a real program that was developed this year through DHS and FEMA, the people who have those concentration camp setups just out of convenience, I guess, So let's go into another scripture. Just wanted to show you the global thought police and the thought police in Babylon the Great. So they have this set up on an international level and on a national level as well. And we're going to need protection, and divine intervention, spiritual power, and some more, man, because these people are going to raise up the stakes and only get more aggressive with their draconian measures. Psalms 37:14. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and the needy, us, the Israelites, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. And that's the prophets, That's why they're slowly but surely taking measures to regulate the internet, call stuff misinformation, disinformation, hate speech, so on and so forth. And this is coming to Babylon, man. They have a law in Canada for combating online hate speech, where you can get like a $40,000 fine in Canadian. I think it's like 17,500 US, and for each violation. That's coming to Babylon pretty soon, man. And don't be surprised if you start getting those emails knocks at your door, so on and so forth, you know, bounties out for brothers, so on and so forth, man, for every single YouTube video that you do. That's the times that we're coming into, man, you know, the great accusation, you know. Let's get a preset. And that's why Vocab Malone is doing what he's doing, you know, but it's all good, man. These things have to happen. These things have to happen because it's biblical prophecy playing out. I think it's Isaiah, Slakia. Isaiah 50, no, it's Psalms. I want to say it's Psalms 50. Slakia. It's one of the two. Yep, it's a beautiful one. I was going to get that in the later part of this lesson, but hey, you know, we can get it now. Yep. Psalms 50 and 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And that's what these Edomites are doing, you know, speaking and framing deceit, you know, speaking evil against the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, calling us domestic terrorists when it's the other way around. You got this land through murder, you know, rape and robbery, pillaging. That's how you conquer the whole world, man. And then when you point the finger at this man and point out his wickedness, he turns the finger around and points at you and calls you wicked, man. And that's why this man is going to be eradicated, you know, out of the earth, you know. Obadiah 1 and 18. Psalms 50 and 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, Jacob. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And that's what they're doing. Accusing the brethren, man. You know? So let's go into another article. This was covered in the camp session, but I want to get a little more meat off the bone. So the World Economic Forum globalist Klaus Schwab declares the you-know-what people to be a threat to humanity. So let's read the first two sentences and then these two sentences right here. So this came out in April. So several dozen heads of the World Health Organization, the WHO, who put on the Event 201, which is a simulation of a pandemic and the CV-19, and everything that they said in that conference actually started to happen in the next few months. So we got to keep a close eye on this cyber Polygon and what was said, because, you know, high chances what they actually said in this conference with the global elite is actually going to start to happen and be played out in real society. That's why they're using the phrases ransomware attacks, cyber attacks. What's the other phrase that they have? Let me just get it right here. Basically, ransomware, cyber attacks. There's another phrase that they're using. I'll get it later. Let me just get it though. Cyber Polygon, because it's on their actual website. Supply chain attacks, you know? And what do you have in the news? Well, you have alleged supply chain attacks that just happened to one of the biggest software providers as far as software in the world, you know, that supposedly, allegedly affected 1,500 companies. And the day before, Wednesday night, what'd you have that happened in Landover, Maryland, around that area? A blackout, you know? What are they telling you in the news that's going to happen, you know? A blackout, you know? They're telling New Yorkers and certain other places in the country not to use power because of a fear of a blackout. You may knock down the electronical grid. They're putting that vibration in the air because that's what they plan on doing eventually, you know? And when they take down the electronical grid, man, it's going to be on. So the World Economic Forum and various other globalist bodies have declared that the Great Reset, which the World Economic Forum is behind, that's the people who told you that you would owe nothing and be happy. They're behind the United Nations Agenda 2030, Agenda 21 plan as well, which is also the Global Reset. That's just a new name for Agenda 21, which was later changed to Agenda 2030, And now they're calling it the global reset. It's all the same plan, the wicked elite's plan for a new world order, you know? So they said the great reset. It's like I got these comments in the comment board. Let me take these down real quick so I can see. So they said the great reset needs to include the establishment of a global pandemic treaty to ensure that all humans have taken the you-know-what in accordance with government ethics. World Economic Forum head Klaus Schwab, the guy that said that you will own nothing and be happy, the same guy who's doing a simulation with his global elite partners to knock down the electronic grid, a simulation of the pandemic through the World Health Organization last year called Event 201, the year before last, those same people. Klaus Schwab, who looks, let's get this part right here. So he says humans who refuse to go along with the plan, the New World Order plan, are a threat to everyone else, as well as the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, French President Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and many of the other usual suspects. And those other usual suspects were all there at the cyber Polygon, you know, representatives from their companies, global companies, and they're looking to set up a global technocracy, you know, through an RFID implantable microchip, you know, which is the mark, man. You know, I'm just going to say it, the mark of the beast. So Schwab stated that just a few weeks ago that he believes nobody will be safe unless they take the Jim Jones juice. And what do you have being pushed as a vibration in society right now? Exactly that. We're gonna cover that in a second. So it does not matter if the V is experimental, which it is. It's not an FDA approved potion or poison, you know, it's experimental. It's approved for emergency authorization use. But what are they doing? They're forcing it on people. We're going to cover that in a second as well. And they're still undergoing SLACA clinical trials, which is the case for all Chinese, yada, 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 yada. That was the main point right here. You know, he doesn't care what's in it. And what did Geno Jennings say? He doesn't care what's in it. He wants you to get it, you know, and that's the wicked house of Saul. You know, that's the same report that General Yohana has as well. You know, go down there and bow to Massa, man. Go down there and bend the knee to Esau Edom and his New World Order agenda, you know, and whatever they do, go down there and bend the knee, man. You know, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has reserved 7,000 men that won't bend the knee. They won't bow, you know, like the three holy children, man. They didn't bow to that golden, I think it was a golden statue that Nebuchadnezzar wanted them to worship, you know. They didn't bow to Nebuchadnezzar's God, man, you know. And that's a representation of what the hopeful elect will do in the last days, man. We're not, you know, Adon Rathazar, we're those men. We're not going to bow, man. You know, to hell with what this man is trying to do, man. We don't care. You can make everything illegal, you know. We're still not going to take it, man. You know, if Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sees fit, you know, for us to have that spirit on us, man, when this man comes down with great wrath. Slovakia. Let's just get it right here. First Kings 19:18, and it's also in the Romans 11:4. I was looking for it earlier. Yep, Romans 11:4. Come on, get out of Genesis. Slovakia. This computer has a mind of its own sometimes. Let's get this precept and let's keep the lesson going. Yep, let's get the Romans version. It's also in Kings as well, the book of Kings. You know, this same phrase, you know, I've reserved 7,000 men. It's just in different wordage in the book of Kings. Romans 11:4. But what said the answer of Yahweh unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal, you know? And just like the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, you know, their Babylonian names that they were given by Nebuchadnezzar were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know, but their non-Babylonian names were Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, you know. That's why the book of Ecclesiasticus, there's a book called Prayer of Azariah, you know, because they were praying when they went into that fire, you know. We'll touch on that account if the Spirit allows at the end of the lesson, towards the end. So let's get, Job 13:4. This is perfect. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. You know, and they are forgers of lies, man. You know, because this is an experimental potion that they want you to take, and they're forcing it on people step by step. Let's go into a few videos that cover exactly that. And eventually, this is going to be the chip with no salsa that they're doing this with, man. But this potion, it's a precursor. It's setting up your body, you know, to get the chip with no salsa. And there's certain versions of the Jim Jones juice that actually have, you know, a chip, you know. So you got to be circumspect. That's why we're telling people to not take it, you know, because you're putting potions in your body, you know. That's witchcraft. Also, you're making cuttings in your flesh, which is what you're not supposed to do. And the book of Ecclesiasticus says, never trust thy enemy. You're not supposed to trust this nigga, man, you know. So let's play this clip right here. I'm gonna take the headphones off so y'all can hear it a little better.
In today's briefing, we discussed how our administration is going to devote the remainder of the summer to a special focus on 5 ways to make gains in getting those of you who are unvaccinated vaccinated. Because here's the deal. We are continuing to wind down the mass vaccination sites that did so much in the spring to rapidly vaccinate those eager to get their first shot and their second shot, for that matter, if they needed a second. Now we need to go to community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, all the time, door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people protected from the virus.
I mean, going door to door doesn't sound like it's optional, you know, and pretty soon it's not going to be optional, man. You know, they're setting to mandate it pretty soon once the FDA approval is set. You know, once the FDA approves this, you have corporations and companies already putting it out there that they're going to mandate it, you know. Yep, like the brother said, here's the deal. You know, yep, Shaitan, you know, the adversary, man.
Go ahead, Rachel.
The president's reference to door-to-door campaigns for vaccines sparked kind of a backlash. You know, Missouri's governor is saying he doesn't want that. The Republican lawmakers saying basically stay off our lawns. Can you say who is doing the door knocking and where?
Sure. Well, let me first say that this has been ongoing since April. And the best people to talk about vaccinations are local trusted messengers, doctors, faith leaders, community leaders. Do you have something, April, you want to share?
Faith leaders, did you hear that? You know, and they have black clergy on board, man, you know. So that's why you have men that have the 501c3 contract with this government on board telling you to take it, man, you know. That's why Nate, you know, is telling people one thing and he's telling people another, you know. They put out a video that said, take the Mad Max in the logo, you know, we're in this together. And then he's talking about the president in Haiti was against it. Well, what is it, Nate? You know? Well, Nate's down with these people, man, you know. That's why he has the 501c3 tax exemption. That's why he's not prophesying against this, you know. That's why he's not teaching you the true names, calling on the true names, you know?
Share with the group? Okay. So those are the people who are the trusted messengers around the country. And we believe that we need to empower these individuals to continue to work in communities to make sure people know that these vaccines are safe, that they can save lives. And so these are grassroots voices across the country. They are not members of the government. They are not federal government employees. They are volunteers. They are clergy. They are trusted voices in communities who are playing this role in door knocking. And this is one of the tactics that we've used over the last couple of months, but we've seen, so it's not the only factor, but I would say that we've seen in some states, Alabama, the adult vaccination.
Just this Shedamite talking brings a precept to mind. Psalms 55 and 20. The words of his mouth were smoother than the butter. You know, that's how they came at the tribe of Gad, man. You know, with cunning and crafty words, man. You know? Yep. Let's just get right to the point. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet there were drawn swords. Yep, and that's the doctrine of the serpent, man. Let's get that account as well. Genesis 3 and 1. You know? Because she's speaking smoothly, man. You know? That's that ye shall surely not die, you know, doctrine. So Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden? This is how he got Eve, you know? And who's out here promoting all the rhetoric and doctrine of the serpent? Eve, you know? She's out there in the front lines throwing up the fist, you know, which 40 and 1. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. And that's Esau, Edom. You know, this man has been given the sword from Isaac. Let's get that as well. Let's get all the meat off the bone with this lesson. So Genesis 27 and 41. Genesis 27 and I believe it's 41. Genesis 27 and 41. Yep. For the precept. Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. Let me take a Slakia. Stream is messing up. Hey, man, Slakia, man. Yeah, Esau, he's probably getting pissed off. But hey, man, you know, it's all good, man. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Who knows? Lesson may get struck down. Back? Okay, it's back. Okay. Esau probably mad. It's all good, man. Stay mad. That's why he's the red man, He's probably somewhere red right now. You know, listening to this lesson and other lessons like it. He's probably listening to the elders out in Dallas. You know, red as fuck, man. You know, through. Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. You know, and Esau's lived by the sword, you know. Revelation 6 and 4. Let's get all the meat off the bone. Let's not leave any stone unturned. Yep. For the precept, Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's what Esau did. Took peace from the earth, man. You know? Went out conquering with the sword. You know? That was given to him from Isaac in Genesis 27 and 40, which we just covered. Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that's what Esau's done as far as using that sword to conquer the whole earth. You know, those Hamites, they speak Edomite languages, you know, French, Italian, English, Portuguese, Spanish, so on and so forth. Mostly the first three, you know, French, Dutch, you know, Portuguese, so on and so forth, man. You know, he's conquered the Japhet's land twice. You know, he went to wreck Japhet twice, man. He first wrecked him when he came over there as the Greeks, and then he doubled back on them by coming over to the islands and getting them again, man. You know? And he has to pay for that. Even though it was done to heathens, you still gotta pay for your war crimes, Esau. You know? It's back. Oh, Khan. Wadi Abashim Al Shai. Might get a strike, but it's all good. You know, it's all good, man. Although on Ratazah, this lesson doesn't get stricken down, but it happens. I ain't got a strike in a while, so it's all good. Sometimes you get a strike, man, you know. He's probably just mad, though. Let's keep it going. Let's keep on listening to this Shedamite. Of course, she got red hair.
Vaccination rate increased by
Adawam means red in Hebrew.
3.9%. 149,000 additional adults got their first dose in June. In Florida, the adult vaccination rate increased by 4.4%. In Georgia, the adult vaccination rate increased by 3.5%. So, in our view, this is a way to engage and empower local activists, trusted members of the community.
Working, and who are these volunteers reaching other than say shut-ins? Because people don't even have to get off their couches to see who's at their door these days.
Well, that's fair, depending on the technology in your house, I suppose. But I think what's important for people to know, and I appreciate you asking the question, is that the federal government does not have a database of who's been vaccinated. That is not our role. We don't maintain a database along those lines, and we have no plans to. We do know where there are rates of vaccination across the country, and we know, as I just listed in some of the data, that there are tactics that are powerful and impactful. And so
you hear that double-tongued bitch? She just said they're not keeping track, but they're going door to door and they're keeping track of ratios and areas. Well, that means they're keeping track of who has it and who doesn't have it, man. You know? So when they send in the military, they know exactly where to go and who to go get, you know, who to round up. Let's cover what's happening in New Zealand. Is a live stream still up? Let me know. Can y'all hear me? They take me down. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. It's back. They keep on messing with the stream. Okay, cool. Keep it going.
I think early next year we'll be in the phase of chasing up people who haven't come forward to get their vaccination or
Chasing out people. You hear that? Chasing out people. Well, that means these people are keeping track, man. You know, because this is a worldwide plan. You know, what did Klaus Schwab say? Who's the head of the World Economic Forum, who's doing a simulation to take down the power grid, who's also set up a coalition for basically policing the internet for opinions that aren't in line with the New World Order agenda. He said that all people who don't have the juice are threats to humanity. And he also said those who refuse to go along with the plan are a threat to everyone else. And what did the Prime Minister / Minister, you know, head dude in New Zealand say? Whoever this dude is, man. Let's play this again.
I think early next year we'll be in the phase of chasing up people who haven't come forward to get their vaccination or have missed their bookings and so on. So everyone will be able to get a vaccine.
He didn't just say chasing out for no reason, man. And they have concentration camps set up for quarantine, you know, in New Zealand. So this plan is going right along as devised, you know? And this is beautiful, though, because this has to happen, you know, without any tribulation or persecution or these people coming down with great wrath, no deliverance will happen, man, you know?
I think early next year we'll be in the phase of chasing up people who haven't come forward to get their vaccination or have missed their bookings and so on. So everyone will be able to get a vaccine between now and the end of the year. But of course, you know, and I want every New Zealander to come forward, but human behaviour suggests that there will be some people that we have to actually really go out and look for, and some of that may spill into next year. But our commitment is...
Well, isn't that what Joe Biden said? Let's play Creepy Joe one more time. Shoulder smelling Joe Biden.
In today's briefing, we discussed how our administration is going to devote the remainder of the summer to a special focus on 5 ways to make gains in getting those of you who are unvaccinated vaccinated. Because here's the deal. We are continuing to wind down the mass vaccination sites that did so much in the spring to rapidly vaccinate those eager to get their first shot and their second shot, for that matter, if they needed a second. Now we need to go to community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people.
Get help, right? Get the fuck out of here, man. They're coming around people up who haven't taken it, man.
I think early next year we'll be in the phase of chasing up people who haven't come forward to get their vaccination or have missed their bookings and so on. So everyone will be able to get a vaccine between now and the end of the year. But of course, you know, and I want every New Zealander to come forward, but human behaviour suggests that there will be some people that we have to actually really go out and look for, and some of that may spill into next year. But our commitment is everyone will have the opportunity to get the vaccine by the end of the year. Everyone will, but I can't say that, you know, that we're not going to have some hesitant people or some people who just haven't come forward that we don't have to go out and find next year.
Go out and find. Did you hear that? You know? And Babylon's looking to do the same thing. You know, and that's why this broad right here said what she said, you know, to try to cover her tracks, you know, saying that they're not keeping track, but they're keeping track of areas. But why the fuck are you going door to door then, man? You know? Because they plan on eventually coming down with great rap. So let me throw the headset on, and let's go into one last news article, and then let's get into the scriptures. Some more and wrapping on up. Yep. Beautiful precept, brother. Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Yep. So what did they do in England? Well, entertainment venues in England, to make customers use the you-know-what passports, they're requiring it to get into pubs, restaurants, and everything in England. So England is setting the tone with the mandate of you having a passport to get into establishments. Tajikistan just mandated it on everybody 18 and up. You have to get it, you know? And that's eventually coming down the pipeline of Babylon, you know? And that's a good thing, you know? But for those that aren't in the know, these prophecies happening are good things, man. They're not anything to be scared of, you know? It's confirming that what we're saying through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai is true, you know? And that salvation is near, you know? These are faith builders. These aren't messages and videos meant to scare you, you know? These are faith builders confirming that the message is true, you know? Let me see if I can find a precept. By counsel. I was looking for this at camp. For some reason, I couldn't find it. Slakia. See if I can find it in here. I'll just type it in. My counsel shall stand. And Salakia, I had my computer get switched over from Google Chrome to Yahoo, man. And Yahoo's whack. Isaiah 46:10. Thwadi al-Bashim al-Shai. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. And it was written from the foundations of the earth that this man Esau Edom will be the wicked, and he would do exactly this. And this is how we know who Esau Edom is, man. You know? And it is the skin color thing, because you have people who actually look like that who are Israelites, man. You know? But it's the thing through them doing exactly what the scriptures say that the nation of Edom will do. They'll be in rulership. The word is chanting down Babylon and all the magites and sorcerers that are with the plan, man. What was this? Okay, yeah. It's the elders in Dallas. I got to tune into them, brothers. So let's go into the scriptures. Psalms 140:1. Deliver me, O Yahweh Shem Yahshai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, their mind. Continually they are gathered together for war. And this man has conquered nations by the sword, you know. And right now he's imagining mischiefs in his heart, you know, looking to have you go down there and get that yo jabba jabba, you know, coming down with great wrath if you don't have the yo jabba jabba, you know, looking to silence you on the internet and call you a domestic terrorist, you know, looking for your videos and so on and so forth and your content online on a international level, and setting up a pre-crime domestic terrorist task force through the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA to accuse the brethren, man, you know, because that dreadful sound is in his ear. Let's get that. Job 21, I want to say is 15, it's 15 to 21, Slacky. And that dreadful sound is kicking this man in the you know what, man. Let's get it right here. And I don't want to I'll set up StreamYard next time so I could just do this off the screen. Job 15:21. A dreadful sound is in his ears, in prosperity the destroyer shall call upon him. I'm going to read again. Job 15:21. A dreadful sound is in his ears. This dreadful sound that's in his ears is letting him know of his future, his demise, his kingdom, you know, his fate as well. Obadiah 1:18, Obadiah 1:10, you know, Job, the 20th chapter, you know, which we're going to get in a second, you know, Adon Rathazah, you know. Job 15:21, a dreadful sound is in his ears, in prosperity the destroyer shall call upon him. And Yahweh Shai is going to come and destroy this man's kingdom, you know, and set up a righteous rulership, man, under the elect, the Alahayim, you know, those 144,000 kings and priests who were with him in the beginning, you know. Let's get that as well. John 15:27. Because what we're testifying is the return of a righteous rulership, man, you know, and a righteous kingdom under a righteous ruler, you know, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, you know, the king of righteousness, man, you know. John 15:27, and ye shall bear witness because ye have been with me from the beginning. Those same spirits are back standing in their lot at the end of days, prophesying against the kingdom that they're in, which is Babylon the Great, you know, and Babylon the Great has a great judgment for all the great wickedness that this place has perpetuated. Psalms 140:3, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent, adder's poison is under their lips, Salah, yep. And this man is looking to hit you with the poison, man, you know, that's why he's taking these drastic measures, man, you know, hunting you down in New Zealand, going door to door in Babylon, lying about it, you know, saying that he's not coming there to, you know, eventually force you to do it, you know, which is what their plan is, you know, and it's a good thing, you know, because that's going to rid a lot of niggas, you know, out of here, man, you know. The elect shall be preserved in that day, you know, but it's going to get rid of the undesirables. You're going to have a lot of undesirables take that man's juice, man, you know, and take his chip as well, and get destroyed in Jacob's trouble. The others get destroyed in Jacob's trouble, teeth the wild beasts, so on and so forth, you know. Job, the 20th chapter, 5-9. Let me get 4 as well. Knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed on earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for a moment. And this man is a hypocrite, man. He's a liar, you know. And the triumphing of the wicked is short. They're only here to reign in wickedness for a season, man. And that rulership and that reign is just about up. That's why the prophecies are happening. That's why the chariots are showing up. You know, that's why the elect are waking up. That's why this man is looking to silence this message off the internet, you know. That's that dreadful sound that's in his ear. Job 20:6. Though his excellently mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, because this man is a proud man. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee. You know? Let's get that as well. Obadiah 1 and 3 and 4. Yep, Obadiah 1 and 3. I'm going to get Proverbs 26 and 25 from Prince of Yahweh. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, which is his mind. Psalms 37 and 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. And that's exactly what they're looking to do, man. You know, they're looking to come after their brother with the sword, man. Let's get that as well. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 10, you know, when the righteous fled from his brother's wrath. Because right now, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is showing us the kingdom, you know, giving us this message, you know, and the spirit to believe on it, man. And this man is hurt, you know. He's hurt. Yep. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 10. When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, the righteous being the Israelites, Jacob, the elect, you know, when the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, that brother being Esau, Edom, she guided him in right paths, showed him the kingdom of Yahweh, and gave him knowledge of holy things, which is this understanding, you know, the doctrine and to the spirit to believe on it, you know, the Rakak Wadash, the spirit of prophecy, you know, the spirit to prophesy this man's downfall, man, you know, the spirit to wake up more members of the hopeful elect, more members of the elect through preaching, you know, which these people view as foolishness, man, you know. Let's read this again from the top. This is beautiful. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 10. When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right paths, showed him the kingdom of Yahweh, and gave him knowledge of holy things. That's the Rakak Wadash, you know, the Holy Spirit, you know. It shall teach you all things. Let's get that. I think that's John 14 and 26. Yep. Just flowing in the spirit a little bit. Proverbs 6 and 18. A heart this is from Zebulon Warrior. Shalom, Akia. Proverbs 6 and 18. A heart, a mind that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet. Yep, I'm going to start from 16. Proverbs 6 and 16. These six things, doth the Lord hate, doth the Lord Yahweh hate. 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. And what has Esau done? He shed innocent blood. You know, what did he do when he came over here to the tribe of Gad, Simeon, Reuben, basically the whole northern kingdom, man? You know, he damn near did a genocide against the tribes of Reuben and Gad, you know, the Seminole Indians and the Native American Indians. He knocked the tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, down to 500 at one point, man. You know, and he has to pay for that, man. There's dead Gadite children popping up in Canada at Catholic boarding schools, you know. He has to pay for that, man. What was I going to get? I hate when that happens. I was going to get a precept. I forgot it. Man, damn. And if any of y'all heard that precept I was going to get, could y'all get it? I hate when that happens. Oh, yeah. John 14 and 26. Don't worry about it. Yep. John 14 and 26. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name. You got to have the right name to get the Rakak Wadash, you know. He shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you. The Comforter, you know. And that came from Yahushua giving up his body, you know. He had to go and endure the cross for the hopeful elect to get the Comforter, man. The understanding, you know. And John, the Revelator, he cried in the book of Revelations, man, because no one was able to, you know, unseal the books, man. But the conquering line of Judah, man, Yahushua, he gave up his body, you know, as being the unblemished lamb, so we can get this understanding, man, you know. And you have men out there disrespecting the priesthood that was ordained through Yahweh Shai, you know, talking about the Levitical priesthood, which is done away with, man, you know. When you're going and doing that, you're seeking vainglory, and you're trying to say that you're greater than Yahweh Shai, you know. You can go through the Most High directly, basically, you know. And that's why Sakari is being exposed, man, as well as them not believing the whole doctrine, man. Talking about the book of Hebrews isn't the word of God, man, you know. And that's that war between the house of Saul and the house of David, man. You know, the house of David is waxing mightier, man, and the house of Saul is waxing weaker. All these people out here who don't have the correct understanding, you know, the correct doctrine, they're not teaching you the full breakdown or the correct breakdown of the mark of the beast. They're talking about it spiritual. Then why are videos that are going out with information about the RFID technology getting hit? You know, why did Esau play with this live stream? You know, why is he always taking down the elder apostles pages, man? Why is Apostle Tahar having to create a new page every 30 days, man? You know, and you're disrespecting those men, and you disrespected that man, you know. Every idle word shall be accounted for in the day of judgment, man. You know, you learned you were Israelite from Apostle Tahar laboring. Somebody he probably taught you were an Israelite, man. You know, show respect to the elders, man. Not to get off topic, let's go back into the lesson. Yep. Let's start from the top. This is beautiful right here. Revelation 5:1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat up on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. This is John the Revelator right here. This is what he saw when he was in the island of Patmos after he was dipped in hot oil. You know, they tried to kill him because he was prophesying against the Roman government, man. You know, against the kingdom of Rome, man. And they killed all the rest of the apostles, man. You know, John was the only one that survived. They killed the Lord, man. Too, man. They got to pay for that. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. You know, and for a while, you know, we weren't able to get this understanding, man. You know, the Lord told the prophet Jeremiah even that he would discontinue from his heritage. You know, for a while, those the understanding was sealed. You know, and it took Yahushua, you know, to basically give up his body, man, you know, so we can get this understanding. And for a long time, when we fled out of the Holy Land into West Africa, you know, we started losing more of the understanding and more of the understanding and more of the understanding. When the Northern Kingdom came over here, you know, Jake probably maybe kept the law and maybe kept the customs for a minute, man, maybe like a couple years, and they started to fade away off into wickedness, man, you know, and then just wax worse and worse and worse. And we're at a state right now where we're waking up out of that deep sleep. You know, Ezekiel 37, you know, that great army is standing on their feet, you know, chanting down Babylon mightily, man. And this man is scared, man. He sees the prophecies happening, the chariots popping up. People aren't believing his lies anymore. The prophet's exposing every single step that he's doing step by step. And this man is rattled, you know. Let's go back into this. Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, Yahushua, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And through Yahushua, we're able to get the understanding, man. Not through the Levitical priesthood, man. It's through Yahushua, you know. The word, you know. Yahushua is the word. And then you're saying that let's not get on there, man. Let's just keep it in keep the lesson going, man, because man, they'll piss you off, man. So Obadiah 1:3, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that was just covered right here. Though his excellency mount, so this is Job 20:6, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds. That's Esau Edom being proud. Let's read Obadiah 1:3 again. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this man is a proud man. He has his head in the clouds. You know, he's up in the heavens, trying to fly out to the heavens, trying to make houses in space to avoid and to run away from his punishment, man. That's Cain running away from his punishment, man. You know, but this man, he won't be unpunished, man. Nahum 1:3. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will not acquit the wicked, man. Let's get it right here. Nahum 1:3. Yep. Dwadi Ba'ashem Yahushai for the precept. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. These Edomites. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will not acquit the wicked. This man is not going to be able to get away from this, man. You know, and that's why he wants to take this message off the internet, man, because he's being made bare. Let's get that as well. You know, for I made Esau bare. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that's what the prophets are doing, man. You know, that's what the Lord told Jeremiah, you know, make Esau bare, man, you know. But I made Esau bare. Jeremiah 49:10. But I made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Going back into the book of Obadiah, Obadiah 1:6. How were the things of Esau searched out? How were his hidden things sought up? Through the precepts, you know, through thy precepts I get understanding. And you'll get more understanding the more you read, the more you watch the videos, the more you pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for understanding. Let's get that. James 1. Yep. Yep. James 1:5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that give it to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. I'm read again, Slakia. James 1:5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that give it to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. That's how you get the understanding, through that precepts and through asking of the Heavenly Father and studying, so on and so forth. Let's get back into the lesson. Didn't want to get off topic. Job 20:7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? And that's what's going to happen to Esau, you know. Book of Obadiah right here, step by step. Yep. Obadiah 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And the shame is covering this man. Habakkuk 2:16. You know, shameful spewing is on this man's glory, man. Esau's through, man. He's out of here, man. He stink. He's nasty. Nobody believe him anymore, you know. Out of there, man. You know. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered, making Esau bare. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what's happening to Esau, man. He's being exposed, and shameful spewing is on his glory. He's being made bare, you know, and he's being abased right before your very eyes. And call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Job 20:7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And that's Esau's future, man. And that's why he's looking to take this message off the internet, man. Because we're able to read and forecast Esau's email, his future, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And every single lesson that goes out, you got mail, Esau, more of it, more of it, more of it, more of it. That's why he's looking to take this message off the internet, man. It's pissing him off. That's that dreadful sound that's in his ear, his demise, his future, his punishment that he won't be able to get away from. He won't be able to lie his way out of this one. He won't be able to outfight the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the angels, those 144,000 supermen. He's not going to be able to get away from that, man. He has no match for that. Job 20:9. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Yep, all his land's going to be taken away. All the riches that he stole, he has to give back. All of it, man. Hey, can y'all still hear me? Just want to make sure, Esau ain't cut me off. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Or say, yeah, Khan, something. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Yep, and Esau is going to be abased. His New World Order is going to work. He's going to be out of here, man. All that wickedness is being exposed right now. He's going to have to pay for it, man. Con. Yep, let's keep it going. Job 5:12. Slakia. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Yep. And this man is going to be taken in his own devices. A ICBM, which is the creation of Esau Edom through the Germans, is going to be a demise of him, man, In his own craftiness, he's going to be taken, He's going to be destroyed by a creation that he created by his own kinsmen, the Russians, man. Magog and Gog, man. The Medes, other Edomites, man. He's going to be out of here by the event of Edomite on Edomite crime. Call all y'all Bashim Yahushai. Job 20:14. They meet in darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. Yep. And right now, that's what this cyber Polygon is, man. They're meeting and plotting, for their New World Order agenda and their next step that they're going to do, plotting. He saveth the poor from the sword and their mouth and from the hand of the mighty. And we're going to be saved, Adwan Rathazah, we're of the elect, via the protection from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Just like those three holy children were saved, when Nebuchadnezzar ordered them to go in the furnace, man, And that was done by Yahushai, And we're going to be saved via Yahushai, if we're the elect. We're going to be protected from Yahushai. All power in heaven and earth has been given unto Yahushai, And then on Rathazah, we get beamed up, That's going to be an act that's never been done before, man, That's going to be a great and mighty work. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is doing a great and mighty work right now. Job 20:20. Job 20:20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. And he's not going to be able to save his kingdom. He's not going to be able to save his own self. He's out of here, man. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. His goods are going to be given over to the Israelites, man, because it was ours to begin with, All the riches that he stole, all the gold, the fatness of the earth, it all belongs to us, man. You're just temporarily holding it, man, Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Yep, and he's going to be through, beat up, scarred, marred, for sale, in chains, which is where he needs to be. He needs to be in chains, man. Looking at this man and he's not in chains vexes you if you're in the right spirit. Job 20:23, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And, when he's about to fill his belly, when he's about to do this New World Order thing, he thinks he's about to get that industrial revolution kicked off, that fourth industrial revolution kicked off. He's looking to wage war against Yahweh Shai when he returns. That's all going to be confounded, man. When he tries to come in after the prophets, man, that's going to be the end for him, man. Let's wrap this on up. And I don't want to wrap this out. You were edified. Try to wrap this up in the next 10 or so if I can. The Spirit allows. Because I got the elder about to go on live. I'm trying to catch him. Ecclesiasticus 2:2. My son, if thou come to the Lord Yahweh Salakia. Ecclesiasticus 2:2. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul from temptation. Prepare your soul for temptation, man. You're going to be tempted. And the hour of temptation, it's upon the horizons, man. Jacob's trouble is knocking at the door, Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Make not haste in time of trouble, Seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai while he may be found. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. This is the time where you need to do it. And if you have this understanding, and if you can understand this message, if you can actually articulate it, know that you're blessed, man. And you actually have a chance at actually being one of those 144,000, if you're a man, and you could potentially be one of the men that was actually walking and in the ministry when Yahweh Shah walked the earth, man. You could actually be one of those men that were actually here at the beginning of creation, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's why the scriptures say, let's just get it. Slakia. Didn't mean to get off topic, but hey, precepts come to mind. You got to grab them before you forget them. Yep. Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast which thou hast. This truth, the doctrine, the understanding of it. You only get one chance, man, with this, man. In this lifetime, you're not going to be able to, with the way prophecies are happening, you're not going to be able to come back in the third or fourth regeneration and get another shot at it, man. This is that last chance, man. The last lifetime where you're going to be able to get this right. Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Hold. Endure. Yep. Ecclesiasticus 2:3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And that's what's happening with the house of David, the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect are increasing. Let's just get it. Let's not quote it. It's right here in front of me. 2 Samuel 3:1. 2 Samuel 3:1. Yep. The house of David is waxing stronger, increasing, and the house of Saul is decreasing, man. Being exposed. Getting confounded by Sinetter. Getting confounded by ETT. Come on, man. Through 2 Samuel 3:1. Now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, but David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker, increasing, waxing stronger and stronger. Let's read this again. Ecclesiasticus 2:3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And the house of Saul is waxing weaker, and the house of David is waxing mightier, increasing. increasing in knowledge, increasing in understanding. And power is coming, man. A kingdom is coming, man. You know, rulership is coming, man. This is the wrong time to be decreasing, man. You know, if you really know what's on the line, man, this is the wrong time to be decreasing, waxing, you know, weak, you know, getting exposed, man. It's the wrong time for that, man. You know what's coming, you know. For eyes have not seen, nor ears heard. Just get it, you know. Glory, rulership, dominion, you know. That's what's coming, man. You know, being able to put hell on Esau, man. You know, being able to get some get back, man. You know, having a chance to have half as many women as Solomon had, man. You know, I'm just saying that, you know, probably could have more, you know, if y'all about Shemi outside sees fit, man. You know, 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart, your mind, the mind of man, the heart of man, the things which Yahweh hath prepared for them that love him. You know, and if you love Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, you're supposed to feed the sheep. You know, and feed the sheep with the correct understanding. You know, let's get the last one right here. Let's get the second one. Let's get the whole thing. Yeah. Let's go to the phone dies. John 21:15. So when they had dined, Yahweh said to Peter, to Slakia, got a little excited. Do that sometimes, Slakia. So when they had dined, Yahweh said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, Yahweh, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lambs. Second one says, feed my sheep. Slakia. He saith unto him, feed my lambs. He said to him the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my sheep. Let's get it again. Let's hammer the point home. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man, the mind of man, the things which Yahweh hath prepared for them that love him. If you love him, feed the sheep, man. John 21:17. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. Yahweh saith unto him, feed my sheep. So if you love Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai and you're allotted the office of a prophet, you know, a man that has the understanding, feed the sheep, you know. Feed the sheep, and feed the sheep with the correct understanding. Don't give them, you know, 80%, 90% understanding. You know, give them the 100% truth, man. You know. We have apostles and elders here for a reason. Not to scoff, not to mock at, because those men have been ordained with the 100% understanding from on high, from the heavens, man. You're not supposed to disrespect those men, you know. Those are the men that paved the way. You've entered into other men's labors. Feed the sheep with the correct understanding. Ecclesiasticus 2:4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And we're going to be tried, man. You know, that's the only way we're going to be shown that we're worthy to be rulers, you know, to be kings and priests, you know, in the kingdom, man, you know. Believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Trust in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, not in, you know, guns, not in delivering yourself not in being prideful and disrespecting the elders, you know. Trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you know, and trust the men that were given the correct understanding, you know, as far as learn from them. Don't disrespect them. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, Yahweh Shai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. And that's what's going to happen and come to those men that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you know? Looks like I want to get a few last ones right here. Luke 2:28. Yep. Ye, let's lock in. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. Let's get it again. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And we're entering into that hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble. You know, endure, endure, endure. Continue in the doctrine, man. You know, don't get faint-hearted. You know, Luke 2:28, ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations, and I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father hath appointed unto me. Let me get 30 as well. This is beautiful. That ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. This is what's at stake, man. You know, this is what this is about. Rulership, dominion, you know, being kings and priests, salvation, the doctrine, the sheep. That's what it's about, man. You know, last few precepts, Lord's will you find this lesson edifying. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. Endure, you know, continue. We'll get this again. Luke 2:28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. Slakia. Luke 2:28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. You know, you got to endure. Endure. And this is what's at stake. I'm going to get 29 and 30 again. And I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father hath appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit upon thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, that's also in the book of Matthew, as far as ye that follow me in the regeneration. You know, let's not butcher it. Let's just get it. Matthew 19:28. So these people are coming, you know, accusations are coming, tribulations coming. These people are coming down with the sword, but this is what we're doing this for, man. And this is why I'm jumping into this. The Spirit has me jumping into this in the last part of this lesson, because this is what's at stake. You know, they're coming. They're going to lie, cheat, steal, rob, kill. They're Esau, man. But this is what's at stake, you know. So don't get weak, man. You know, Matthew 19:28. And these messages and lessons like this are faith builders, you know, because this is what's at stake. Matthew 19:28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, and Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily, truly, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Thrones, rulership, dominion. You don't want to miss out on that, man. You don't want to wake up in the kingdom, man. You know, and Esau is already done, you know. Brothers was, you know, doing it big for 1,000 years with Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. You know, that's what you don't want, because you got to die that second death, you know. And then you wake up in the kingdom, and that's a horrible death, man. You know. Matthew 19:28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily, truly, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm going to get it again. Slack, I got a little excited. Matthew 19:28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, reincarnation, you were here before and you believed in the doctrine before. Possibly you were actually here when Yahushua said this, possibly, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what's at stake. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Endure, endure, endure. Continue, continue, continue. They're going to come down with great wrath. They're going to accuse us and call us this and call us that. But this is what's at stake, And this is the promise Yahushua made to the elect right here, Those that believed, those that feed the sheep, those that love him, Those that believe on the words that his prophet said and don't mock and scoff the elders, man. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Ecclesiastes 2:1 again. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. And we're coming into the hour of temptation right now. This precept is going into temptations of the world, so on and so forth. But the biggest temptation that's going to come upon the world is coming right now. Prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, for this, The way you prepare yourself is through the word, through praying, through watching the videos, studying, so on and so forth. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, you have continued in the temptations. Luke 2:28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, continue in the temptations, continue in the faith, continue in believing, continuing in feeding the sheep, so on and so forth. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And rulership is at stake. A kingdom is at stake. Eternity is at stake. Having a chance at being a real immortal, not dying, to get those new bodies. A lot of our people are going to have to die to lights, walking around, realizing that you messed up, man, All Israel will be blessed in the kingdom, but there's going to be levels, man. And those sincere men, we want to be those guys, man, And we're going to have to endure, These men are going to say all sorts of manner of evil, create their watch task force, so on and so forth, use sensationalism, come down with great wrath, but this is what's on the line. Rulership, a kingdom, an everlasting kingdom, and a chance to put hell on these people for all the hell they put on us, man. So I'm going to read this again, Revelation 3:10, and I'm going to close on out. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And this is a promise that Yahushua made to the elect. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So Lord's will, you found this lesson edifying. And in closing, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the head apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well with sound doctrine. Shalom to the elders and the elder bishops of Great Millstone as well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to all the sincere Akim and Akwath who do subscribe to this truth. A hearty shalom to the men out there on the highways and byways, highways and hedges, preaching and teaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and risking their freedom now more so than ever, especially in these times, making their bodies a living sacrifice out there on the highways and byways, highways and hedges, with the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, which allows men to go into the scriptures and bring out understanding on a high level. And last but not least, a hearty shalom to the Men of Valor camp, DTA camp, New Jersey, NYC, South Carolina, DTA camp, Philly, Baltimore, Jersey, NYC. First camp I ever heard the truth from, Isaiah 62 verses 6 through 7. Those that make mention of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, keep not silence, and give him no rest day or night. To Jerusalem is a praise in the earth. So, Lord's will, you find this lesson edifying. And until next time, Lord's will, shalom. DTA, abab abal. Soon. Shalom.